constant battery attention is probably one of the most important things you can do to keep yourself out of trouble when you go places. And keeping the batteries clean actually is really important, because dirt on the batteries draws power off of them. And so you can see we've taken this battery out. I did the lower one before, and this is how I get the thing in and out, because these days I'm not strong enough to lift that out and drop it to the ground and lift it back in there by myself. And this just sort of helps me do that. But these batteries use a lot of water. So, you know, checking them a couple times a year if you use your bus regularly is pretty important. They have a high demand on starting, which seems to heat them up, and the water boils out, you know, pretty quickly. I'm not really sure what else is causing that, because I know that my voltage, which I watch carefully, is usually running around 13.7 when we're running, which is about what it should be. And so anyway, battery maintenance, a really good thing. In addition to that, keeping the cables clean. And after I put this in here, I'll show you, I'll spray it. It's already been sprayed with a neutralizer that you can get at any automotive store to neutralize the acid. It sprays out yellow. It turns pink when there's acid. When it stops turning pink, you know that you've got it clean. And then afterwards, I'll put a sealer on that, which is sort of a grease-based spray, to make sure that they don't get exposed to the weather and have other contaminants get in them. But anyway, one of the biggest causes of trouble on the road is not taking care of your batteries. Another thing, when you're taking these things off of here, be really careful not to let this positive side touch any of the grounds, because the other battery below here is still connected. Unless you disconnect both of them, turn everything off, you really don't want to take a chance of doing that. Always hook the positive side of the battery up first, and then the negative side, and make sure you don't touch anything when you're hitting don't touch anything that connects the two terminals, is what I'm trying to say. Also, you'll notice that everything sort of bubbles up with water here, because I keep everything coated with grease. And one of the other most important things to do is to make sure your ground connections are clean. They tend to corrode too. I take them off every couple of years, clean them off, spray them with the cleaner, get them really nice and shiny, and then put them back on there and put grease on top of those, the spray grease that you get, which comes from the auto parts place. They use battery protector sealer is what I usually use, something like that or similar, and it'll give you much more trouble-free operation. All right, final shot here. Everything in here buttoned up, ready to go, looking good. And as I said, clean batteries are more important than you might think.